Have you been diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome? Feeling unsure about what the next step is in managing your IBS symptoms? Are you wondering what you can do yourself at home to help you manage your IBS? Well, you're in the right place because today I will share with you the 17 surprising steps to help you improve your IBS symptoms. Hi again everyone, my name is Didi and I'm a registered dietitian with Didititian.com. Thank you for joining me for the second episode of my series, Gut Time. In this video series, we will explore all things gut. So in my last video, we looked at the causes and symptoms of IBS, and you can find a link for that video in the description box below. Today, we will delve a little deeper, however, and we will discover 17 surprisingly simple ways to help you improve your IBS symptoms. Now, you may be aware that I myself am diagnosed with IBS. I shared my own journey to my IBS diagnosis in my previous video. And I've definitely faced the many ups and downs of navigating the world of nutrition and healthy living to find what helps relieve my symptoms. IBS management advice may involve 3 different approaches, and these are diet and lifestyle, pharmacological therapy, in other words medication, and lastly psychological interventions. For some, only one type of approach is needed, while other people may need to have all approaches involved. Today we will focus on the most common diet and lifestyle interventions, as these are the things that are recommended for most people with IBS. Diet and lifestyle advice is usually provided in 2 steps. So the first step is called the first line advice, and these should be tried before moving on to more complicated strategies. When it comes to managing your IBS through diet and lifestyle, truth be told, science tells us there's no one-word answer. Among the many answers out there, some will work for one person and others will not. So let me guide you through the various tips and tricks that we often recommend as first-line strategies, and let me know what has or hasn't worked for you. So IBS Lifestyle Tip 1. Make time for you. Unwind, relax and de-stress. Science tells us that stress and worries can trigger IBS symptoms. It is important to take time to relax. Actually make time to relax. Meditate, read a book, or take a stroll, whatever rows your calming boat. It can save you a bumpy ride of bloating and toilet trips down the line. And by the way, research into using yoga or mindfulness to manage IBS symptoms is showing some promising results. IBS Lifestyle Tip 2, exercise more. And no, that doesn't have to mean going to the gym. We are recommended to exercise at least 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week. And this nationwide advice is not just there to keep us fit, it's actually shown to help us relieve IBS symptoms as well. So my daily 30 minutes of exercise is made up easily enough, even on my lazy Sundays. For example, I might hoover the house, so that's about 10 minutes. Take the bike to pick up groceries, probably another 15, and then while I cook, I have a little dance around the kitchen to a song I can't help but dance to, 5 minutes. Boom, 30 minutes of exercise done through everyday jobs. IBS Lifestyle Tip 3, eat regularly. Developing a regular pattern of eating can help our digestive systems expect meals when we eat them. This helps us to reduce our symptoms of IBS, so aim to keep our meal times at set times of the day. IBS Lifestyle Tip 4. Take your time to eat. So try not to rush your meals. Eat slowly and chew well. My mom used to give out to me for inhaling my dinners in order to get back to playing outside, but little did she know, I now still see her face when I'm at the dinner table, consciously slowing my eating down to save my tummy from mayhem later. Some helpful tips to help us eat slower might be, for example, to make sure our mouth is empty before taking our next bite, or to put our cutlery down between bites. Allowing enough time for meals and creating a calm mealtime environment can also help. Skip the TV and put the phone down during your meal for a more IBS-friendly mealtime. IBS Lifestyle Tip 5, avoid missing or skipping meals and leaving long gaps between mealtimes. So that rumbling tummy is not doing your IBS any favours. Try to eat regularly and plan your meals ahead of time to avoid getting caught out. I love cooking a little extra, for example, at every meal and then freezing an extra portion. So this allows me to have a lunch or dinner ready even when I didn't get to the grocery shop on time. Again, IBS Lifestyle Tip 6. Aim to drink at least 8 cups or more than 2 litres of fluid a day. Definitely focus on drinking more water and non-caffeinated drinks such as herbal teas and squash. I like measuring out my daily fluid needs in a water bottle at the start of the day and drinking from this as the day goes by, because it helps me to stay on top of my hydration as well as my digestion. So keep your drinks in the fridge and don't be afraid to add a dash of squash to your bottle to help you keep up with your goals. Now, my recent invention is putting a peppermint tea bag in my bottle before I leave the house. By the time I get to work, I have delicious ice cold minty water that helps to settle my tummy. Although there is little evidence around the use of herbal teas, many people find that, for example, ginger and peppermint tea aid their digestion, and that chamomile tea might help them relax more. IBS Lifestyle Tip 7. Keep your tea and coffee down to 3 cups a day. Being a devout coffee drinker, this is my downfall, and we're all allowed to have one. But aiming to keep our caffeine intakes down can have serious benefits for our IBS symptoms and is definitely worth a try. IBS Lifestyle Tip 8. Reduce your intake of alcohol and fizzy drinks. For some people, these wreak havoc on our digestive system, and I know I am one of those people. IBS Lifestyle Tip 9. Try limiting your intake of high fibre foods, such as wholemeal or high fibre breads and cereals. It may sound like the opposite of usual healthy eating advice that we give, but trust me, and the science, this may do the trick. Some people are just overly sensitive to high fibre foods, and limiting these foods to smaller doses and less regularly may help reduce IBS symptoms. Little did 19-year-old budding dietitian Didi realise back in the day that her healthy bowl of bran flakes in the morning was causing her bloating in the afternoon. IBS Lifestyle Tip 10. Reduce your intake of processed and re-cooked food. Now, these foods are often high in something called resistant starch, which is a big treat for those bacteria in our gut that produce excess gas. IBS Lifestyle Tip 11. Limit fruit to 3 portions a day. And just for reference, a portion of fruit is often about the amount that can fit into your hand. Again, this is a tip that seems to steer away from your usual healthy eating recommendations. But fruit often contains a lot of treats for those gas-producing bacteria. So give it a try, but don't forget to continue snacking on healthy treats like vegetables instead of that excess fruit. IBS Lifestyle Tip 12. If you suffer from diarrhea, then try to avoid sorbitol, a sweetener often found in sugar-free sweets and chewing gum, and in some diabetic products. Finding this out was a real aha moment for me. I mean, chewing gum did affect me in this rather uncomfortable manner. Some foods that contain sorbitol actually have a warning on their packaging nowadays that warns people of the laxative effects. IBS Lifestyle Tip number 13. If you suffer from bloating and wind, you may find that eating oats and linseeds help. Now, these are full of soluble fibre, which is often more easily tolerated than fibre found in typically whole grain products. If you wish to introduce linseeds, introduce them slowly, a little more each day, to a maximum of 1 tablespoon a day. Soluble fibre is also shown to have beneficial effects on our cholesterol levels, so all the more reasons to include these in our diet on a regular basis. IBS Lifestyle Tip 14. If you choose to try a probiotic, give it a fair chance. And this means you need to take it for 4 weeks and at the dose recommended by the manufacturer. Monitor your symptoms. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, give it a miss or try another brand. Now, probiotics help to bring more of those good bacteria into your gut, and they reduce the amount of bad bacteria. However, different brands contain different types of bacteria, and it may take a while for you to find one that suits just you. IBS Lifestyle Tip 15. If your IBS symptoms persist despite following all the previously mentioned tips, do consider food avoidance and exclusion diets such as the low FODMAP diet. This diet should first be discussed with your registered dietitian, who can give you all the information you need to safely and correctly follow these diets. And while the above tips have definitely helped me to improve my IBS symptoms, I did need to move on to following certain elements of the low FODMAP diet to almost completely resolve my symptoms. Not only did I follow my own dietetic advice on this, however, I sought out further approved education on the low FODMAP diet and can now bring my patients safely through the diet as well. IBS Lifestyle Tip 16. Check in with your general practitioner or GP for information about your condition and advice on symptom-targeted medication. Your GP is a wealth of information on all things IBS, so don't be afraid to ask questions. And there are medication available out there to help relieve IBS symptoms, so feel free to discuss these during your appointment. IBS Lifestyle Tip 17 then. Visit your dietitian for personalised IBS advice and important guidance on possible exclusion diets. Dietitians are the experts in managing your IBS through diet and lifestyle. We can analyse your current diet and work with you to tweak your habits to achieve better IBS symptom relief. And be aware, while popular exclusion or food avoidance diets have a role in IBS relief, science has told us these should only be implemented under careful dietetic guidance. And this is because they increase your risk of nutritional deficiencies and can lead to very restrictive dietary patterns. So do not hesitate to schedule an appointment with a registered dietitian today to help you navigate the wondrous world of eating for IBS symptom relief. So guys, I hope that this video has helped you to learn more about diet and lifestyle changes that can help your IBS symptoms. Have you already tried some of these tips? And if so, did you notice any improvements? And what would you add to this list yourself? Let me know in the comment section below. In the meantime, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos such as this. And join me on my Facebook and Twitter page, Didititian, you can find me under that name, where I'll be keeping the discussion about IBS going over the next few weeks. In our next video, we will take a look at the ins and outs of the low FODMAP diet, so I can't wait to see you then. Bye.